If you're a Windows user, you've probably felt it, that growing frustration. The end of Windows 10 support, this really aggressive push towards Windows 11, it just feels like you're losing control. So today, we're not just going to complain about the problem. We're going to lay out a strategic roadmap for taking that control back. User disregard. Wow. This phrase from our source material just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's that feeling that your needs, your investment, and your perfectly good computer are just being ignored. And that feeling is the real starting point for everything we're about to unpack. So here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the forced upgrade itself. Then, we'll see how it fits into a classic Monopoly's playbook. From there, we'll pivot to the core strategy, which is all about dependency, and lay out a 6-step escape route. And finally, we'll see what it actually means to achieve real digital freedom. All right, section 1. Let's be real. OS updates are nothing new. We've all been through them. So why does this one, the move to Windows 11, feel so different? It's hitting a nerve in a way that previous updates just haven't. Well, it's not just one thing. It's the combination of all these little things that adds up. The hardware requirements feel, well, kind of artificial, designed to make perfectly good PCs obsolete. And then any potential lifeline, like getting paid security updates to stick with Windows 10, that's reserved for corporate customers only. So for the rest of us, it really feels less like a necessary upgrade and more like we're being strong-armed into buying a new machine. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. The source we're looking at suggests that what we're seeing isn't just some random one-off decision. It's actually part of a pattern, a playbook, that's pretty common for companies that totally dominate their market. And that pattern looks a lot like this. A company gets so big, it can just ignore complaints, it can intentionally limit your choices, it can set its own rules on its own schedule. And why can it do all that? Because it's confident that you, the user, have absolutely nowhere else to go. It's a classic move. I mean, this quote might sound a little extreme, but it just perfectly captures that gut feeling, doesn't it? It's that sense of being muscled, of having your choices taken away by someone so powerful they just don't have to listen anymore. It really shows you just how deep this frustration runs. So if getting angry is just a dead end, what's the alternative? This is where the source material makes a really powerful shift. It argues that the most effective response isn't to fight back. It's to make yourself totally immune to their decisions in the first place. And this right here is the single most important idea in this whole explainer. The goal isn't to make the company listen to you. No, the goal is to build your own setup where you no longer need to listen to them. It's a fundamental change, moving from being a captive customer to a free agent. Okay, so that sounds good, but how do you actually do it? Well, the source lays out this really clear, actionable 6-step plan. And look, this isn't about flipping a switch overnight. Think of it as a strategic roadmap to slowly but surely win your independence. So here's the entire roadmap. It's a really logical progression. You start by just taking stock of what you actually depend on. Then you start running an alternative OS, like Linux, on the side. You neutralize your data, you test new software, and eventually you separate your old system for just those few niche tasks, completing your exit. Now, let's zoom in on two of the most critical steps here, neutralizing your data and verifying your software alternatives. Step 3, neutralize your data. This one is an absolute game changer. See, files like docx or those Outlook PST files, they're like chains tying you to one company's software. The strategy here is to convert everything to open universal formats. Think PDF, CSV, or Mbox. The moment your data is neutral, you can access it from anywhere on any system. You've effectively freed your own information. Step 4 is all about the software. And the really good news here is that for almost every big name program you use, there is a powerful free open source alternative out there. We're talking LibreOffice instead of MS Office, Krita or GIMP instead of Photoshop. The options are incredible. The key isn't to switch everything at once, but to test them out one by one and just verify that they work for your specific needs. And this right here, this is the secret sauce for the whole strategy. This isn't some loud, angry protest. It's a quiet, methodical, and gradual escape. You run your systems in parallel, you slowly move your tasks and your data over, you reduce your reliance piece by piece, so that when you make the final move, it feels totally natural, not like some big disruptive shock to your system. So after following this whole roadmap, where do you actually end up? What's the destination? Well, this final section describes that ultimate goal, a state of true, genuine digital freedom. This is what it looks like. This is what it's all for. It's a state where a company's policy changes, their new hardware rules, their deadlines, none of it can really touch you. You have a setup where you pick the best tool for the job. You use it when it's useful and you get rid of it when it's not, all completely on your own terms, which leaves us with this one final question. Really, the core of this whole thing. If the operating system you depend on every single day works more for the company that made it than it does for you, then who is really in control? And maybe more importantly, what are you going to do about it?